Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to the first full week of January. Just pulling up some quick notes for today and excited for you guys to be here. Go ahead and say hi as you're popping on, and got a little bit to tackle. Not a lot, but a little bit to tackle. So as you're joining, would love to know who's here. Would love to see you guys say hi. So the topics for today, go over kind of the birthday cake offer and make sure you guys are aware of that one. So I'll hit that one quick because we can get through it. It is, if you enroll two people between January 2nd and the 12th of January, which is Sunday, this week Sunday, with 100 BV or more, you will receive a coupon for a free canister of birthday cake. So new flavor, new permanent flavor. And so guys, excited for that. Next thing is myself and some of the other Fab members, all the other Fab members, I guess, quite honestly, have launched a New Year ISABody challenge. There was a video on January 2nd with Emily Vavra and Dr. Josh Plant. Posted that in here. Number two is there was a video last night with Kathy Savage and Emily Vavra going over getting prepped, getting started for ISABody challenge. And so I would love to know if you guys have, entered into an ISABody challenge as I have. I just completed my first one, put in my before and afters, my essay, all that good stuff. If you guys haven't done that, it's really not hard. But if you guys could do this for me, if you are entered into an ISABody challenge, give me a hands up. Give me a hands up. Give me a high five. Let me know that you guys are, I am, and would love for you guys to join in too. And one of the great things that myself and, I got to give all the credit. I've just kind of been in the wake, kind of going along with this. It was really by virtue of Emily Vavra really saying, hey, we need to do something, get everyone energized, New Year, ISABody challenge. Everything is about, kind of challenges this time of year, but let's do something different. And really got behind this and made it happen over a handful of days, and excited to see how many people we can get enrolled into the ISABody challenge, not only to get $200 of free product, but 16 weeks. So yesterday, Sunday, was the first. We have 15 more weeks of giving you guys I guess marching orders, if you want to say, but it's more of being support, accountability, helping you guys. And that's what's exciting, and that's what is there for it. So Sherry, congratulations on her sixth one. This is a lady who has lost, man, if it's not 80 pounds, it's 80 pounds plus. And Sherry has absolutely rocked it, killed it. It has been an absolute staple of pretty much her entire experience within Isagenix. And I'm just proud of her, proud how it's changed her life. But I know there's a lot of other people that are watching this that are, as well have done ISABody challenges. And, Luke too, about to join today. Good. Christine, get at it. And awesome. Yes, Sherry, thank you for that. There was, a ton of people, 1,000+ people watching, and it was exciting. And I love that feedback and can't wait to share with Kathy and Emily and the rest of the Fab. And again, look for more information coming along. And so anyways, what I want to tackle this morning is, this time of year is, people make goals. They start to set their pace for the year. And I kind of want to discuss that a little bit because I wanted to be able to share something to give you guys either, I don't know how to say it, a pat on the back, a pass, something to where you guys can, feel good about what's going on. So last year I read a book called Atomic Habits. It was by James Clear, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. It's actually a book I plan to reread again this year. And there's probably most of the books I read last year I'm going to reread, and it is one of them. And one of the things that James talks about in that is that the I guess popular knowledge is that it takes 21 days to establish a habit. In all of his research, everything he's figured out is actually that's not true. Everyone that's told us that for years and years and years, it says that, it takes 21 days to make a habit, takes 21 days to make a habit. And the reality is it takes between 64 and 66 on average. I've heard Michael Hyatt reference that. I don't know exactly where that came from, James Clear, but that's what was referenced, 65 days. And so he looked at it, it's like, man, you can accomplish 5 new goals a year. But he said, if you take and you try to accomplish all 5 at once, it actually takes longer than 65 days. So it takes 65 days to focus on one change in your lifestyle, one change in your business, one change period. It takes 65 days. So if you have 5 goals for the year, say 5 goals, no more than 5, probably closer to 3, 5 goals, it will take you an entire year of doing those independently to get there. And his research, what it found is that people that tried to go change, 5 different things, they tried to have 5 goals for this year. I want to read more. I want to eat better. I want to exercise more. I want to spend more time with my family. I want to, do whatever else. They failed. But the ones that focused on just one thing, and they committed to 65 days of it, had more success. One of the things that he shared, and I know people are probably going to the gym, and if you've heard this from me before, then great. But one of the things that he shared is they took 2 groups, and they kind of back up this whole habit thing, and took 2 groups. And if you're a gym person, you'll notice this. You'll see people that are in the gym. You've never seen them before, and they are going like a bat out of blankety blank, right? And what's funny is you'll see them. And if you kind of have a group of friends like I do in the gym, and we know that this is the time of year, January, February, where who's going to last till Valentine's Day, and you applaud them, and you awesome for them being there. But the reality is a lot of them fall off before we get to Valentine's Day. And what James found in the research that he discovered is that if you take 2 groups of people, and one that goes to the gym, and they're going to commit to going to the gym to say 3 days a week, and they're going to be there for an hour. And you're going to have one person that commits to go walk into the gym, spend 2 minutes there. They don't have to do anything. They can talk to their friend. They can talk to the person at the front desk. They can do whatever. If they spend 2 minutes. So you have one person that commits, I'm going to go 3 days a week, and I'm going to work out at least for 30 minutes a day. And then you have one person that's, I'm going to go for 2 minutes a day. And I'm just going to walk in. Which one do you think at the end of the month was still going to the gym and had better results? Amazingly enough, the person 2 minutes. Why? Because they were able to, kind of pace themselves. And, that's where this really came, is like it takes 65 days to develop a habit. It takes 65 days to, kind of get on that habit towards that goal. So he said, if you have these goals, then layer them in. So for the first 65 days, my suggestion is focus on one goal. What's that one goal? Now, I think you can say, hey, what's my one goal in my family? What's my one goal in my business? But I wouldn't say anything outside of that. I mean, it really is hard. And from experience, I've seen this, and I think it's pretty amazing, is focus on the one goal. Okay, now let me share something. And I learned this from Darren Hardy last week, and I thought it was great. It said 6 things to recognize about your goal. Because we just talked about focus on one goal. One goal, one habit for the next 65 days. And then after that, you can add another one. So if you have thoughts, what do you want to do? Is like just focus on one of them. Just one. And he goes, here are the things that kind of set people back. And this goes back to my previous comment about the people going to the gym. The 2 people going to the gym. One going for 30 minutes 3 times a week. One going for 2 minutes. And he said, here are 6 things to avoid. Too many goals and too big of a goal. Man, we just talked about too many. Now too big is, let's use for the fitness, is like, I want to go and I want to, accomplish an Ironman. And I've never worked out before. I've never cycled. I've never ran. I've never swam. And I'm going to go compete in an Ironman by July. Now, that's a pretty lofty goal. And, for some people that are, maybe that is accomplishable. For me, I probably could do it, but I don't know if I want to. And so therefore it comes down to too many goals, too big of a goal. It's, I've seen this from, Kelly. I'll say this. She loves to have big dreams, and that's great. And, sometimes you can have such a big dream. You're kind of like, dude, that's like a 5-year goal, not a 1-year goal. So stair step that sucker. Because what happens is when you can have so big of a goal, it's like climbing Mount Everest. And you think, I'm going to climb Mount Everest this afternoon. And it is a process. It is a 6 to 8 week from once you get into the, base Mount Camp 1 to get to the peak. It takes that long. And so if you're like, hey, your goal isn't aligned, it's too big, it's too many, you're going to fail. Number 2 thing to recognize obstacles: too tough, too soon. Whether it's the Everest one, whether it is going to the gym, maybe it's in your business. Maybe it's like, I'm going to enroll 10 people this month, and I'm going to, convert 5 of them to consultants, and I'm going to help 3 of them get to manager, and I'm going to yada, yada, yada. That's a big goal. And maybe that's too tough too soon. My thought there is enroll 1. Talk to 1 person today. Help 1 person, get exposed to Isagenix that maybe has never thought about it. Just take someone to coffee that maybe you haven't talked to before and just find out where they're at in life. There's a guy from the gym, a lot of my connections, and he, last fall I was like, hey, Tyler, let's get together. And it just didn't happen. I've seen him in the gym with his brother-in-law the last week or so. And it's like, I need to get back in touch with him. His wife has used Isagenix products in the past. I know we have this ISABody challenge. It's like, dude, just, hey, can I help you out? I'd love to help you out. And that's an example of a way to reach out to people. Okay, the next thing is too hardcore. If you're so like, I'm going to, do an Ironman, and I'm going to swim 2 hours a day, and I'm going to bike 2 hours a day, and I'm going to run 2 hours a day, that's 6 hours a day. Where's the rest of your family? Where's everything else? That's too hardcore. Just 2 minutes, get your shoes on. Wake up, put on your shoes. That's all it takes. Wake up, put on your shoes, and you will be, if you keep doing that, eventually, like, I might as well keep moving. I might as well do something. Too rigid is you end up having such a goal that you don't allow yourself to ebb and flow with life. These, again, are things to recognize that can set you back on your goals. Okay, number 5, is they're too vague. It's like, oh, I want to compete a race. No, it's like, where's the race? When's the race? How's the race? How am I going to get there? Structured out. If I want to become a rank in Isagenix, if I want to earn an income level, well, then say what it is. I want to earn $1,000 a month. That is cycling. That's earning $250 a week. That's 5 cycles a week. I want to hit 5 cycles a week, regularly by May. Can you do that? What does it take to do that? 5 cycles a week is 4,500 business volume going through your business. That is 45 people a week ordering 100 business volume. That'll equal 5 cycles. Okay, so what does it take to get there? Those are examples of, I guess, marching that out, and that's totally doable. That's really, really, really doable, in a time frame. How can you get there? What do you need to do? What are the actions? Okay, and then lastly is no measurement. I just talked about that in the previous example in regards to, 5 cycles. It's like, oh, I want to hit 5 cycles. Well, what does that mean? I want to hit $1,000 a month. It's like, what does that mean? How do you measure it? How can you see yourself going there? One of the things that I have heard and read and learned is if you have a goal, say your goal, again, going back, I want to earn $1,000 a month, and I want to earn it by, May, when the school year is over, before we get into vacation time, whatever else. I want to earn $1,000 a month. It's like, okay, well, if I need to earn $1,000 a month, like I back that off, that is $250 a week. Well, if it's $250 a week, that is 5 cycles roughly. And 5 cycles times 900 business volume, because it takes 600 on one side, 300 on the other side to make a cycle, that's 4,500 business volume per week. Well, what does it take to get to 4,500 business? It takes 45 people in my downline ordering per week. Well, wait a second. Does that mean it needs to be 45 people I enroll? No. That could be 5 people enrolling 5 people, and just march that out. What does that look like? And ultimately what you're going to get to is I need to talk to someone today, and I need to get to 5 people ordering a week. So that way those 5 people can turn into 10 people ordering a week. So those 10 people can turn into 18 people ordering a week, and so forth and so on, and going through the process and map that out. What does that reverse regression look like? And I know that's a really fancy term, but if you think you start at 45 and you go backwards to, 30, and you go backwards to 18, and you go backwards to 10, and you go backwards to 5, what does that look like? And march that out. Use measurement to get there. Okay. So that's what I had for you guys this morning. Wanted to share about goals, wanted to share about new year, new you stuff, and 2020 vision and all those good things. My suggestion is create a plan that is doable. Can you see yourself doing what you're going to do today and tomorrow in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year from now? And if it's something you can see going into your lifestyle and you can do 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months from now, there's a greater chance that it's going to happen. If you look at it and say, I couldn't do this past, maybe in another 45, 50, 60, 80 days, then guess what? You're going to get to about 20 and you're going to be like, this isn't worth it. Because ultimately, to create a habit, it has to be something that you do for 65 days. But that means you do it also on the 66th day because you wouldn't think of doing anything else. But if you set yourself up and you're like, I'm going to do this for 65 days, and that 66th day, I'm going to say, whew, I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. A year from now, when you're watching this on January 6th, 2021, you're not doing that. And you've come right back to the same spot. So thank you guys for joining. Happy Monday, and excited to see you guys here. And I will be posting, I'm looking for the video, get the recording to post the Vimeo or YouTube link from the ISABody call from last night with Kathy Savage and Emily Vavra. So look for that, and I will see you guys back again here soon.